2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Oh, this is everything, with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. Calling sick in the morning, baby don't leave. They don't need to know we're out here wild and free. They say we're crazy, it's too much.
Hello, my loves. Welcome to the start of another reading vlog. Guys, it is Saturday and it feels like it's been a hot minute since I talked to you guys. It probably has. But I wanted to talk about the main book that I am reading this weekend. We just got back from that beautiful walk that I showed you. And, well, where did my book go? Oh. My cat is sitting on it. Can you see? This is my book. Kitty, I need this. I need this. I need this. I need it. What a goob, right? What a goob. Okay, so I am reading Maggie McCormick and the Witch's Wheel by Kaya Blackley. I hope I said that right. Kaya. It's spelled K-A-J-A? Kaja? Kaya? Oh, anyway, this book was sent to me by the lovely author in exchange for an honest review. He reached out to me on Instagram and I was so immediately taken by the cover, by the synopsis, and he had mentioned that, you know, he had looked at my booktube channel and my Instagram, and he felt that I probably would enjoy this immensely. So what this is about is a ginger-haired orphan in foster care named Maggie McCormick. So there are interesting things about her new foster parents, her new foster family, that she just can't quite put her finger on. And so when she goes to live with them, she notices some really interesting things, and there is adventure and danger involved. And if you can see, there's a little doggy involved. Don't mind my terrible nail polish. I've been chipping away at it because I'm a neurotic mess. But I'm very excited because this involves magic, witches, dogs, creatures of all different kinds, and it is so up my alley. I actually started earlier, so I've been cheating, but I am on page 158, so I'm not quite halfway through the book, but I've been making my way through it slowly and savoring it and just like trying to form my thoughts around it. Right now, if I had to rate it, I would probably give it close to a 4 stars out of 5, maybe like a 3.7, between a 3.75 and a 3.9. I will say that it is very fast moving. I don't think it's an issue that it's fast moving, but I think it's, I don't know, I don't have an issue with it. I think there's a few parts that are a little info dumpy, but I think that it really catches my young, magical, childish heart. It is advertised as a YA. The main character is 12, but there are some like solidly adult themes in here that I think is it really captures me as someone who's an older reader of YA and middle grade. I think I would say that it's appropriate for all ages, but there are a couple very adult topics in there that are discussed that I can get into later. But yeah, this is what we're reading this weekend. I may move on to other witch books if I do finish it this weekend, but we'll get to that later. So I know I've already been talking to you for a little bit, but I have to tell you a couple things before I let you go and I go read. I have a couple unboxings / hauls. I'll get through the like least exciting stuff. Not that it's not exciting, but I have something really exciting. First things first, I love tea, hence my booktube channel's name, Cup of J. I love all hot beverages. So I went to my favorite place in Raleigh called Tin Roof Teas. They are a loose leaf, small business tea selling shop, and I got a couple ones. The first one I got is a Fireball. Can you see? It's got cinnamon, orange peel. I believe there's sweet cloves, and guys, I tried this morning. It's black tea. It is like sweetly spicy, makes me think of the holidays. I'm so in love. And then the next one I got is Arabian Night. So this one is a blend of green tea and black teas, and it has sunflower, jasmine, rose blossoms, and guys, I've had this before. It's been a while, but this is the most magical tea. It literally feels like you're drinking in the middle of a secret garden. You just feel so fancy and like Victorian. I love it so much. And then this one is my favorite standby, the Earl Grey Robusta. And so this one is a very dark black tea blend. It is Assam tea leaves with the finest bergamot. Bergamot? I don't know. Anyway, I love this in the morning. It is a great coffee substitute because it is very dark. I do drink it with a little bit of cashew milk and it is just perfect. The last tea that I got is Blue Mountain Pea Flower. There you go. Now this is an herbal tea and it is on the fruitier side. It's got apple pieces, mountain blueberry leaves, rose hip, orange and lemon peel, sweet blackberry and melissa leaves, lemongrass, blue butterfly pea flowers, and mallow blossoms. This smelled so divine. I had to try it. I'm so excited to drink this. Okay. Next thing that I wanted to unbox for you. I know my channel has just been like unboxings and hauls lately. This is I don't know. This is me lately. So I got this from Thrift Books. This is Howl's Moving Castle. One of my very good bookish friends recommended it to me. I had tried reading this a while ago, especially when the Hayao Miyazaki animated movie first came out, and it didn't quite capture me as a younger person, so I'm gonna try it again. And plus it was very cheap, and it looks so exciting. Okay. One last thing I am going to be hosting a giveaway soon on my Instagram, so keep an eye out. That'll probably, well, actually by the time you see this, it might be over. So, okay. But I will link, my friend has started a little art shop, and she sent me a free print with my logo. And she said, there's a little note here that says, never stop reading. I love it. Look at that, Cup of J. It's got a little cat, some books, and a faded teacup in the back. And I do believe in the back it says books and vegan. Oh, I love it. I can't wait to put it up. Thank you, Stephanie. I will include all of her information in the description below if you'd like to get some beautiful prints from her. Gosh, I can't. One more time. Look at it. It's beautiful. Okay, now I've got the real exciting news. Hang on. Ta-da! I got a new computer, guys. Okay, I'm gonna try and not be overexposed here, but I got me a new Mac laptop. Yeah. Okay, listen, let me be real with you guys. I'm not just over here spending loads of, I'm not just like willy-nilly dropping a couple $100s, over $1,000 on a new laptop. But this was very much needed. I had been thinking about it for a long time. I had some money saved up, and honestly guys, one of my videos that I posted recently, it took like 4 tries to get up onto YouTube. And you know, that's a myriad of different reasons and problems, but one of them was my old Mac desktop. We've had it for a while. We bought it used, and you know, it serviced us very well, but it was just time to move on. My boyfriend had already gotten his own laptop, and now it was just time for me to like take things seriously as a booktuber and get me a laptop and just invest in what I want to do on YouTube, right? Right. Ta-da! Wow. Oh! Just wow. Okay, I'm gonna mess with my new laptop for a little bit, and I will probably read in the meanwhile, and then I will check back in with you later. Thank you for indulging my unboxings and my hauls. Love you guys. Okay, so I have set up my new laptop. Very exciting. Probably won't do anything with it until I have to edit a video or type something up. But before I get reading, I want to make a snack. And I'm going to make Amy's pizza snacks. Is that what it's called? I don't know. It's basically pizza rolls, but vegan. So we're gonna make that. We're gonna eat, and then I'm gonna read a little. Look how magical they look. Actually, they don't look all that magical, but I know they're tasty. Look at this one. It's bursting at the seams.
Clap your hands and you'll feel stronger. Tomorrow you get another chance. Don't blame yourself under the circumstances. Tomorrow you'll get another chance. Take control of your feelings.
Good morning. It is Sunday, and it's about almost 10 o'clock. I'm gonna take off my glasses so the glare is not as much. And I have just come back from picking up donuts. I have quite a busy day ahead of me. I'm gonna visit a friend, bring some donuts, but I wanted to share with you my donut loot. Look at these beauties. These donuts up here are called Havadiad. That's literally how they're pronounced and spelled. They're Boston cream donuts, so they have vegan cream in them, covered in a chocolate glaze. These are Hocus Mocus, and then this is a cookies and cream and a strawberry crumb donut. Very exciting. Now I'm gonna make some tea, and then I'm gonna have me a donut. My tea is steeping. I've had most of my donut, and guys, this cream filled. Did I mention these were vegan? You probably already know, but they're vegan. So good. Lousy Hunters does it again. So delicious. I don't even like cream filled donuts. This is really good. Also, can we go back to my tea? Isn't it beautiful? Wow, I don't know what I'm thinking. It's almost like, it's probably past 80 degrees already, and I'm drinking hot tea on my porch. I'm just a glutton for punishment, let's be real. Okay, sorry, if I look past you, it's because my dog is out in the yard, and sometimes he likes to romp through my garden, and it's not cool, because I worked really hard to get things to be alive. Is what's happening. Okay, so I wanted to check in with you. I actually didn't get to read very much yesterday after I checked in with you. Honestly, it had been a tough week this past week, and I just like gave myself the ability to just relax. But I did make it to page 177. Things are really moving along. I've started tabbing and just like pulling together my thoughts, because I will be filming a separate video of a full review of this book because it's what I promised the author. And also I have a lot of thoughts on the book. So my first thought, we'll just get into it real quick. So far, my first thought when I started this book was that this is a book like I could see myself writing, in the sense that it has everything that I love. It has a young girl, it has a dog in it, there are family members with magic, there's witches, there's a very mysterious but enchanting like forest slash woods, there are magical creatures. It's just like checks off all the boxes, let's be real. I did mention that it sort of goes through things fast, and that remains true up until almost 200 pages now that I'm in. I do think that there is a certain level of like where it almost moves too fast through very important events, but I'll get into that in my separate video. It's sort of hard to explain without like spending a decent amount of time in it, which is why I have notes. It's not to say that it's not enjoyable. I just feel like some parts of like major reveals don't get as much time and emotion in the story that I feel that it deserves. Otherwise, the writing is actually very good when it comes down to like, you know, the actual structure, metaphors, lovable characters, etc. I think that it is pretty good. We're still at like a 3.5, 3.75 rating. I'm interested to see how it'll progress because this is an over 400 page book. So there's a lot more to go, and it seems like there's going to be a second book, so that's interesting. So I'm gonna put that down and talk about the other things that I have been sort of paying attention to. On Scribd, this is my phone, but on Scribd, I actually had been listening to Marley and Me by John Grogan. It is made into a movie, so if you've seen that movie, this is the book that started it all. I honestly started listening to it because I just needed something to immerse myself in that was dog related after Max's death recently, and I thought it was a terrible idea at first. I thought I was just sort of like sinking into my emotions in a very gratuitous way, and in a sense I was, but it also sort of helped me like put my feelings outside of my body listening to sort of a similar situation, because if you know what Marley and Me is about, it's basically about a young man who, you know, it sort of details his life with this dog as he's a young adult. Him and his wife get the dog as a puppy. Turns out he's terribly behaved. He's an absolute heathen of a dog, but they still love him anyway. And honestly, that's how Max was. Max had a lot of issues with being territorial, being nervous, had a lot of fear-based habits, would tear up most any sort of garbage or recycling if we left him alone too long. He was very attached, and he had a lot of behaviors that we had to work through, even up until, you know, his sickness. And I just finished it this morning, and up until today I hadn't really cried during this book, and I did this morning, but I cried in a way that was sad, sort of like I miss Max, but also it was cathartic in the sense that I'm not the only one, and I will never be the only one who experiences pet grief and pet loss. It's just not the case, but it felt good to sort of be affirmed and validated via this audiobook. So that's where I'm at with that book. That is finished. I finished that this morning, and I started this book called The Blood Countess. Let me pull it up. So that is what it looks like. The Blood Countess by Lana Popovic. If you are not familiar with the book, it basically is sort of a spin-off of a semi-true historical figure. So the Countess Elizabeth Bathory was a real person in real life, but she had a lot of rumors about her like murdering maidens and drinking their blood so that she could stay young. She was sort of like a Dracula-esque figure. And you know, it was confirmed that she was insane and did murder a lot of people, specifically girls. But you know, back in the day, you were only allowed to sort of socialize with your own gender, especially females. Not excusing any of it. Anyway, this is a spin-off, and the main character, Anna, becomes her chambermaid, and she is immediately just like taken with how mysterious and beautiful Elizabeth Bathory is, and she becomes Elizabeth's favorite. And then suddenly, you know, she starts realizing that there's something just not quite right about the Countess, that the murders start happening, and this isn't a spoiler, I just started it, this is in the synopsis, but the murders start happening, and then she realizes that she's actually Countess Elizabeth Bathory's prisoner. And you know what, I haven't heard a lot about this book, honestly, and when I started I was skeptical, but the writing is good. I'm instantly drawn in, and guys, y'all know I'm a spooky bitch. Like, we love some horror over here. So scary female who possibly murders and drinks blood. Yeah, we're into that. So I'll let you know how that goes, but I've been now talking to you for a very long time. I'm gonna go read now. Bye.
Hello. Welcome to my bed here. It is Monday morning, and I thought, since I'm up a little early, there's my cat, I would put some stickers on my new laptop. I'm whispering